Hey guys, I just want to take this time to let you know that I appreciate every single one of you that tunes into my channel and leaves a comment, makes a like. It really means an awful lot. And if you are taking anything from it, it would be great to have your feedback. So if you could leave a comment down below so that I have a little bit of an idea as to where I'm doing things right or wrong, it would be amazing so that I can provide you with the most information. I'll also take this time to let you know that I am so grateful for your patience, and some of you have actually noticed that I haven't been posting much of the long-term videos. That's because my health is not very good at the moment. This is the injury that I said that I had sustained last year, and I'm still not allowed to talk about it on this channel. But I am hopefully in very good hands at the moment. My health is the #1 priority. So if I am slow in delivering a podcast to you guys, I just want to take this time to let you know that I appreciate every single one of you. I appreciate my friends with every fiber of my being for being the people that are actually helping me figure out what was actually wrong with me. And I could not be more grateful for the life that I have right now in this moment, being able to just talk with you and share significant things to help you with your health, and understanding that our traumas are linked with every aspect of our life. In saying that, let's talk about these dangerous things that can cause us harm. Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Trauma Pond HQ. My name's Olivia and this is where we sit by the pond and we have a little chat. I'm going to keep this a really simple one today, guys. I'm going to explain 3 phrases that I am noticing cause us so much harm with our relationships, not just with other people, but also with ourselves. And these particular phrases are what is holding you back or causing a massive rift between you and the very people that you give these excuses to. Hey guys, if you're enjoying the episodes of Trauma Pond HQ, do a little favor for me and hit that like button for this video, subscribe to the channel, and ring that notification bell so that you don't miss another episode. All right, back to the rest of it. Okay. #1, hurt people hurt people.
Hurt people hurt people.
Yeah. This is an excuse for another person treating you the way that it is. If you are a person that uses this excuse to excuse your behavior, or if you're a person who uses this excuse to excuse someone else's behavior, you are setting yourself up for disaster. You are giving someone justification for the very reasons as to why they hurt you. And this is something that I'm just never going to condone. I don't care how much you've been hurt in the past. No one should care about how much you've been hurt in the past. There are 2 types of people that fit into this analogy. 2 people could have the worst possible upbringing, and yet one person can choose to be a villain and the other person can choose to be a hero. Because someone hurt you, you think that there's justification to hurt every single person that's been around you and burn the world, or you can choose to be the hero because you don't want to see other people experience the same level of pain that you did. So do not let someone's past be an excuse for their current behavior. #2, benefit of the doubt. Let's use the analogy of this one, shall we? Whether or not someone says that they feel uncomfortable in certain situations or that they had a rough day, I'm not saying that people don't have their off days, but first impressions can be the truth an awful lot of the time. When you're just getting to know someone and you have 1, 2, or 3 red flags in the first meeting, there is no need for benefit of the doubt. 1 red flag, you can take it as a misinterpretation. I completely understand if you're meeting someone for the first time and they have had a rough day and they end up acting in a certain way that's just not favorable. You can have a moment of ungracefulness, but are you choosing to have that ungracefulness towards everyone around you? If you're on a date with someone and meeting them for the first time, how they treat you and how they treat other people, take a really high note of that. If there's something that they say that you don't agree with, everybody has their opinion, that's not the red flag. How do they treat other people in the circumstance? How do they talk about other people? There was one time I went on a Tinder date and this guy ended up telling me how he used to do quite a bit of drugs, but he didn't do them anymore. I said, oh, okay, so you gave it up for rehab, you realized it was messing your life? I'm like, yeah, I wasn't thinking clearly. Right, okay. Sometimes you can definitely move past that fact. I'm not one to judge whenever somebody says that they've had a past drug addiction. But then he said that he made someone in his team eat a cockroach for $100. And as he was saying it, he was laughing. Now, to say that this guy was not screaming Wolf of Wall Street, well, let's just say I'm glad it was only a date.
Fucking kids again, huh? Don't you fucking touch me! Don't you fucking touch me!
I have so many Tinder date stories that would blow your mind. Like, you would never in a million years believe that some of these things actually happened. Between one guy saying that he would not go into a pub or a bar or a cafe because he was worried about being seen. There was no benefit of the doubt with that guy. He also wanted to follow me back to my car. Ew. My rule on Tinder was that I did not want to meet anyone who had children. The amount of guys that would ignore that part of my profile, we'd even speak about it before meeting up. And then when we did meet up, they would then say that they had kids. Clear, cut and dry rule. I never wanted to date dads. I've dated one in my past, never again. One of the worst ones was a guy, he had 3 children to 3 different women. Needless to say, I finished my drink and I left. I'm going home. Because I'm not going to give benefit of the doubt to anyone who is willing to overstep on a boundary and lie to get past it. And this is the last one that's going to hurt so many people's feelings, but this is a phrase that I guarantee is holding you back from being able to achieve anything that you want to achieve. Ignorance is bliss. Let's break down what ignorance is bliss actually means. First of all, we'll look at the word bliss. So what is the meaning of bliss? Perfect happiness and great joy, or reaching a state of happiness oblivious to everything else. Now let's look up the meaning of ignorant. Lacking knowledge or awareness in general, uneducated or unsophisticated. Let's use ignorant in a sentence, shall we? He was told constantly that he was ignorant and stupid.
Ignorance is bliss.
Well, in my opinion, ignorant is kind of being stupid. If you are uneducated, unknowing, unaware, that is a choice. If you don't want to educate yourself in certain things, then that would make you very ignorant. It also makes you very stupid to want to be a part of something when you're not willing to educate yourself on it. So, in translation, ignorance is bliss. Enjoy being stupid.
Get smart, dummy! Wise up!
Hey, if you want to live that kind of life, live that kind of life. The only thing is that should anything happen to you in your life because you chose to not be aware, then you can only blame yourself.
You have to understand, most of these people are not ready to be unplugged. And many of them are so inert, so hopelessly dependent on the system that they will fight to protect it.
As for instance, we are in a cost of living crisis. Here in Australia, Coles and Woolworths has increased everything in their stores. They've had the highest profit margin in history. But the people who choose to shop there are also complaining about the fact that they don't have enough money to go shopping there. And yet, right round the corner, there are butchers, there are fruit and vegetable markets. Oh, but I don't have time. You don't have time for what? What is this rubbish that we create of ourselves to say that we don't have time? You have all the time in the world. You just choose to make excuses because you're saying, I have to do this at a certain time so that I can get home and watch TV. That's your problem. All you have to do is not go and give all of your money to these huge corporations that are stealing it from you, because let's put it like this. If they're charging this for something that is in another place and they're charging half the price, you only have yourself to blame for not educating yourself in other methods of spending your money to live. If you are living in this cost of living crisis and you are choosing to go to these places, and yet there is another option just around the corner from where you choose to spend all of your money, you only have yourself to blame.
That means I'm stupid?
Now, I know that this is not the same for everybody in all of these situations. A lot of people, sometimes those supermarkets are the only places that they can go to. But also, the things that you choose to put into your shopping trolley, are all of those things that you actually need? Like, do you need to have all of the snacks? Or can you just have the food that's going to sustain you? Choices. Educate yourself, don't educate yourself, but don't be upset whenever everything comes back and bites you. Figure it out. Educate yourself. Stop using ignorance is bliss. So those are 3 phrases that I'm sure you're going to be very upset with, but I hope that it's been an educational experience. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it there. If you've enjoyed this episode of Trauma Pond HQ, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, ring that notification bell, and leave a comment down below. Say whatever you want. It's not going to affect me. I'm already traumatized. All right, guys, I love you so much. Please find a way to educate yourselves a little bit more in things that are harming you. And I will see you next time for another episode of Trauma Pond HQ. Mwah.